As part of our ongoing series on advocacy, today I want to talk about what we believe matters most. Much as in the rest of your life, relationships are key to your success in advocacy. Developing them, building them, maintaining them, relationships with people who make decisions regarding policies that affect your organization is absolutely critical to your success. As you know, relationship developing takes time, and it's critical that you have a long-term plan for developing and maintaining the relationships that are necessary for your organization to achieve its goals. Your first step should be to conduct an inventory of your relationships. So ask your staff members, your volunteers, members of your board to identify the relationships with policymakers that each of them has. And you'll probably be surprised at how many relationships you already have. And what you're going to want to do with those relationships is maintain them. But once you've determined with whom you have relationships, with whom your organization has relationships, then you're going to want to identify policymakers with whom you need to establish a relationship. And typically, we recommend that you do that by looking at the committees through which policies affecting your organization will move. Identify the people on those committees and establish a timeline for meeting them and a method of communication, ongoing communication that you'll have with them in order to develop and broaden and strengthen that relationship. I said earlier that one of the easiest ways to maintain a relationship with someone with whom you already have a relationship is by conducting a meeting in their local communities. And when you think about these policymakers with whom you need to establish a relationship, of course, particularly in the case of a state legislator, they may be located all over in any part of the state. Ideally, you would travel to that location to have your first meeting with a key policymaker. Typically, policymakers have a little bit more time when you visit them in their communities. They often are a little bit more relaxed. It's good to see them in their communities and learn a little bit more about them. You tend to be able to learn a little more about them personally, their family, the jobs that they do when they're not serving as public officials. So we like to recommend that ideally that first meeting be in the community in which the policymaker resides. And then when we talk about ongoing sort of maintaining and developing relationships, that can be done quite easily with emails and letters and connecting on social media. To maintain a relationship with your local elected official, we suggest that you attend town hall meetings that they host, or that you attend local fundraisers, such as oftentimes they'll have fish fries and pancake suppers and things like that. Lastly, whether you're trying to maintain that relationship with an elected official or whether you're trying to establish one, we recommend that you sort of pursue a kind of a drip method of communicating, so that you're sending electronically articles of relevance to your issues, information about upcoming events, invitations to upcoming events that your organization is hosting. We suggest that you friend policymakers on Facebook, and that you stay current with the items that they're posting on Facebook, that you react to them, respond to them, post on their walls about them, and in that way that you continue to have your name and your brand and your logo in front of them on a regular basis, so that they begin to perceive you as someone that they know and that they hopefully trust. Relationship development and relationship building takes time and effort. But for your organization to be successful in advocacy, it has to be at the top of your list of to-do items, because it really is what matters most.